It's something that we've talked about in the past, and there is a real danger, a big danger that people go down when they're strategizing and thinking about their e-commerce, in that they assume that one size fits all. If it's going to work for one e-commerce business, it's going to work for me. And that we've said many, many, many times that is wrong. The one size fits all is wrong. And the reason it's wrong is because if you apply the wrong strategy for one particular e-commerce business, doesn't work. And I think the retail high street is a really good example of that. If you're walking down there, just to put into context of what I mean, is that if you walk into, this weekend I was in Trafford Centre in Manchester, and I was walking through the shops, and every one of them is laid out differently, which is a unique customer experience based on the emotional needs of that customer. So the hardware store is laid out differently to the jewellery store. The jewellery store is laid out differently to the shoe store, etc., etc., etc. And of course, it's pretty obvious that it should be a different experience based on the emotional needs, the average order value, the length of purchase, etc. They're very, very different how the stores are laid out. And it's obvious in a retail physical environment that one size doesn't fit all, because you'd be foolish to lay out the jewelry store in the same way that you lay out the hardware store. It would be completely wrong, because conversion rate would plummet, average order value would plummet. It just wouldn't work. Yet, for some stupid reason, and I know why this has happened, but for some stupid reason, in e-commerce, we have all traditionally been told the lie that one size fits all. And the reason that happened is because the e-commerce industry in its infancy, and I'm going back like 20 years ago, was led by developers. Developers were the guys or girls that led the conversation about how to grow an e-commerce business, because 20 years ago, the challenge was a technological one.